this video, we emphasize how the understanding of the trio protocol helps with your sleep. Welcome, folks. Today on the trio protocol, I'm gonna use a stimulant, which is on this side of the trio protocol. Now, if you don't know about the trio protocol, hop around to the videos and find out the simple trio protocol. But what the trio protocol says is here, in the time when we are waking, which is the day, we are stimulating, and there is gonna be the time when we have to go to sleep. We would not be stimulating. So in the day, we are stimulating and sending messages to the body. Specifically, the organelle at work inside the cell is called the mitochondria, making energy, and that's good. So you eat your plants, you get glucose, that's fine. You make sure you get vitamin C. In the evening, you have to start staying away or reducing glucose to a very minimum amount, because what's happening in the evening is the ribosomes are now coming out to do the healing creation of protein. So the healing creation would be where the ribosomes will be focused. The ribosomes in the day, of course, they will be making protein, but it's activity level protein. Now, what does this have to do with understanding valerian root, which is a herbal supplement that is well noted for aiding sleep? And if you use any other one like soursop leaf or any other product that you use to aid sleep and you are not getting any benefits, this video might help you to understand why. Now, the trio protocol tells you that you cannot just take a stimulant, whether it's in the day before you go to sleep, and expect the stimulant to do its work. The stimulant will be sending a message to the nucleus of the cell, and the nucleus will be sending a message to the ribosome to make something called protein, human protein. So when you study what the ribosomes are doing, they are getting a message, mRNA, from the nucleus. They are then demanding to get what is called amino acids. If you have the essential amino acids, you stand on good grounds that the ribosomes could create what is called human protein. In this case, the valerian root is your signaler. We use the word stimulation, but it's honestly speaking, the word signaler might be a better word to use. So when you consume some valerian root, you are signaling or sending a message to the nucleus in your cells that you want to create a situation where the ribosomes start creating your human protein. That could be in the form of what is called serotonin, which would then make melatonin, which would help you to fall asleep and stay asleep too. There are others we don't know, but the fact of the matter is, here is where the ribosomes need to get a message, and here is where the nucleus gets the message because you took something like valerian root. Now, in the absence of amino acids, you are going to be in a position where the valerian root seems not to be working for you, or in again, you whatever herbal compound or whatever compound that you are trying to use to fall asleep. Now, in days of old, when people were more wise, of course, when they were more wise and they had sleep problem, they would tell you that they would take, let's say, soursop leaves, but they would have a little bit of milk. Now, the milk has all the essential amino acids, so they would have the milk in the evening, they would have the soursop leaves in the evening, and this would lead them to deep sleep. Now, today in our wise world, we would just have the soursop leaves. We would not have a source of amino acids. Now, cow's milk is full of amino acids, including the 9 or 8 essential amino acids and others. Not everybody could consume cow milk and digest it, so that's another issue. The goal here is not about milk or cheese or eggs or beef. It's about understanding that you cannot be in a situation trying to use a stimulant, sending a signal to the nucleus and saying to yourself, well, let the nucleus figure out where the amino acids are coming from. The rules of amino acids: between 4 to 6 hours, amino acid stays in the body, and if it is not utilized, it's converted to glucose. So You don't have amino acids running hanging around in your body, and the process that the liver uses to go and say convert muscles into amino acids is not a normal process, it's not a default process, so you don't normally see that happening except you go through starvation and longer time starvation fasting. So what is instructive here for anyone who's seeking to sleep and you have to buy valerian root or other sleeping compounds, even things like chamomile tea, you want to pair these when you get some essential amino acids. So what I would do, and I'm doing, if I have sleep issues, which of course I only make this video because these are things of the past now, happy to say things of the past, I would be able to take my valerian root or whatever other compound that I know that could instigate sleep, let's say passion fruit flowers, soursop leaf, and I would ensure that I get a source of amino acids. Where do we get good source of amino acids if we're not buying supplements? Well, you got eggs, you got milk, you got cheese, you got butter, real butter, you got beef, you got fish. What else? Poultry, turkey. These are sources of amino acids. So if you eat these things in the evening, then you would then supplement with these things and you'll find you have a better outcome at night falling asleep. If you are willing to try this, please put a comment and you would see what happens. You cannot create protein, and don't sit and say, well, melatonin is something you get from a bottle. No, my friend, melatonin is a protein, serotonin is a protein. These are proteins made by the ribosomes, and these proteins are given names like hormones and neurotransmitters and enzymes and immune system whatever cells or immune system. They don't say protein, but they are all made on the fly. These are made by the ribosomes, and you must put in your essential amino acids in your mouth to get these things to be created. So you may be stimulating the creation process and not supplying the raw materials. So pair with the raw materials. If you want, you could buy some essential amino acid supplement. You could get this from Body Health. You could get this on Amazon. There are various brands. My Body Health is like my go-to, and you pair it with this and you see what happens to you. Try it out. There are persons who are not adverse to milk, so well, if you're not adverse to milk, in fact you don't have a sleep problem because you might be drinking milk anyhow and just falling asleep. So persons who are having these issues, they usually have, for whatever reasons, staying away from plant-based, animal-based substances in the evening into the night. You may want to get some essential amino acid supplement pill. It's like in a little pill or powder form. Not so much protein powder for now. We don't want to have glucose in the evening, and most protein powders would have a substantial amount of glucose. You just want the raw amino acids with little to no glucose. If you are eating a lot of plants in the evening, be careful of that, because plants will digest ultimately to glucose, and if you are not active in the night, then ask yourself what's happening to the glucose molecules when they get into the blood. You may turn around and say, well, the liver will take care of that. Yes, the liver takes 4-5 hours to take care of that, and thus while taking care of that, to convert it into stored glucose or stored fats, the liver is not doing your detoxification and doing all the healing and repair work. So think about what you are trying to achieve. Anyhow, I digress, and so focus on this. This is just to show you that the Trio protocol is a framework to help you think. Whatever your problem is, whatever supplement you are going to use, you have to start thinking, what is this supplement or this technique or this technology or this medical device doing to your nucleus of the cells? What is signal it is sending? And one signal goes there, what is the ribosomes creating, and then what the ribosomes need. Thank you for viewing. If this is useful, please give me a feedback.